and welcome to the Zeldathon show on this wonderful Wednesday evening. And we are joined by an elite cast of characters this evening. What is this? I saw you guys doing this during the pre-show. What is this?
Listen, Robert. I don't want to be a pie.
What? These. Oh,
Have you
right.
not seen Chicken Run?
No chicken escapes from Tweedy's
Oh,
farm.
yeah, Chicken Run. I saw that once when I was a small child and decided I did not want to reference it again in my life.
Well, think again.
Yeah.
All right, with us tonight we have, in the wonderful Zeldathon Recovery finale shirt, it's Jiggy. Oh,
I'm Ozzy. Sharon.
gosh, why? How early in the week did you plan that exact moment?
About
Like 3 days ago?
no, it
About a
was
week
during
ago.
Zeldathon Recovery. I've been planning this for months.
He said
SuperMCGamer.
you've had those glasses in your pocket waiting for a Zeldathon show to start in your presence.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah. Since when the first episode of the Zeldathon show happened, I said that I was gonna be Ozzy Osbourne when I was on it.
Jiggy Osborne is now trending on Twitter. This just in. Next up, we have with us, eating a wonderful chocolate from Ecuador, you said it was? Yes.
Zambo.
Yes, it's Jackson Parodi, the accordion master and beanie enthusiast, as it were.
Thank you.
We're wearing the taped-up Zeldathon water bottle. Would you like to explain why your Zeldathon water bottle has masking tape massacre?
Because I'm the only one who has it.
Exactly, so you could spot it from far away. Oh, we all showing off our gear. Look at this. What nerds.
I lost my splash guard again. That's like the 5th time it's happened.
I
Lord.
never installed mine because it kept going into the bottle, and I didn't want to keep fishing it out. Anyways, it's telling us about her splash guard. It's the wonderful Starlet.
She keeps nothing secret. Penny Kate Star.
Oversharing splash guard.
Penny Cage Star.
Miss Splash God.
Star is joining us all the way from the United Kingdom, where they are still part of Europe, as it turns out.
And they don't have Pokemon.
And
Yet.
they don't have Pokemon Go yet.
Which means they're not real.
Thank you for joining us at this late hour.
No problem. It's Thursday, not Wednesday.
Oh, is it Thursday over there?
It's Thursday over here.
Thursday over
The future is great.
Well, I hope the future's kind to me. For your future at home, chat, be sure to go to the link. It's put right there on the layout, or it's going to be posted in the chat. Look at the chat, and you can ask us questions, and we will be answering them later on in the show. But for right now, as Jackson teased his way on into a chocolate, we're going to move on into some Zeldathon discussions, shall we? So, Star, we're going to start with you because your first marathon that you attended was Recovery. It's not in our document, but a quick question. What was the first Zeldathon you even watched? Like, I don't know how long you've been around. I've heard your name for years, though.
I was a lurker at the beginning. I don't remember which Zeldathon it was, but there was a tent outside. There was an outside
That's
camp.
Ultimate Zeldathon, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the first one. That's the first one I remember watching, I think. So, yeah. I think that was a few years back. That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, Ultimate Zeldathon, best known for triumphing over every marathon by calling it Ultimate Zeldathon. That is the name I regret the most in my life, calling it Ultimate Zeldathon.
The last Zeldathon.
And it's also the only Zeldathon with the title, like, after the word Zeldathon, or, like, before the word Zeldathon, so it's Ultimate Zeldathon, so Zeldathon Relief or something. Yeah, so, and it's also the one where we slept in a tent, like you mentioned.
I remember people stumbling out that's just like kind of tired. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know. I just saw people tweeting about it. I was like, what is this? And yeah, it was good.
Yeah, because we had a challenge
I
cam
stuck
on the
around,
outside, so you could see the tent and there's people stumbling out of it. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time.
But
I stuck around. So.
Yeah, you stuck around, and you were here at Zeldathon Recovery here in the United States. You came up from the D.C. area with great Scott Let's Play, president in business himself. So I guess our first question is, how was it to be ferried by the wonderful President Business?
It was great. We put on Hans Zimmer music at full blast.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
Wound
sounds
down
like
the windows. We went through. Apparently, there were tornado warnings. of some description, which was
Nice.
great. There was lots of rain, energy drinks consumed. It was a good time, yeah.
That
It was kind
actually
of funny.
explained him. That like describes Scott so perfectly. Hans Zimmer, tornado warnings, and what was the last detail you mentioned? Oh, energy drinks. Yep, that's Scott.
Yeah,
You got
very
it.
relaxed journey. But it was funny because I grew up in America and I lived there for about 8 years, and I don't know if he kept forgetting or not, but he kind of pointed out like, oh look, and you can see kind of more like countryside sort of America. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen this a lot before. I grew up here. Yeah, it's trees.
Oh, was he doing the Scott thing where he says, and over there are the Red Ridge mountain range. They were first settled in
1867. Those are the Alapache Mountains there. You can find some arrowheads if you do.
That's what he does.
It was great. Went through some really nice towns, some really cute ones, little houses.
Yes.
He's like, they're really old, and I'm like, oh, they must be 50 years old. Wow, amazing.
Very cute
Teasing about the
houses,
young
50 years
history.
old. Look, there's the farm, yes. It's like we're back in the black country.
Yeah.
So talk to me about Zeldathon, like the atmosphere. You read donations. Was it like did you have stress during the marathon? Did you feel like you were under pressure, or were you very like because I don't know how people feel about it, like when it's their first marathon. Was it like loosey goosey or what?
The thing is, I missed watching like 90% of the last 2 Zeldathons because I was busy or I was away. So there were like loads of new people, and I kind of felt really out of the loop. So I was really nervous going. I was like, I have to remember everyone's name and just everything, and you know what they like and what they don't like, and oh my god, I was really nervous going into it. And when we arrived, I'd fallen asleep in the car, and I really tried not to because I always get really groggy. And I woke up when we arrived, so I feel like I made a really bad first impression. Just like, hey, I'll go sleep now.
No,
Bye.
it was actually really funny because you came in the door, but I didn't see you. I saw Scott, and I was like, Scott! And I gave him a hug, and then I was like, Star! And it was a moment that I did not register your
I'm
presence.
little.
Yeah.
Hello, love.
It was really great though. Like I feel like everyone was so friendly and like going up to me and asking how my journey was and asking how England was and things like that. Which
And at
you know,
at
it
the
was
moment
great at
you
the
were
start
like-
of the marathon.
At that exact
But
moment, you were
downhill
like, you were like saying, "Hey, the UK is kind of in turmoil." So that's how the UK is right now.
Just a little bit. But yeah, it was good. I wish I got to talk to everyone, but there are just so many people. It's hard to. But everyone always talks about like, you know, Zeldathon's all a big family and stuff. And actually, I did really get that. Definitely going there. It was just so lovely. Everyone was really nice, and I was also scared about because I'm not the biggest Zelda like know-how kind of person. I haven't played many Zelda games, and I was really worried I wouldn't understand anything that was going on at certain points, and there'd be like kind of in jokes with it, and I'd be like, "What is?" I'll just laugh and pretend I know what's going on.
That's how
But,
I get through when Jackson just comes on camera and just. Yeah. Are you
But,
sniffing hand sanitizer? Or hold on, we have a guest appearance, everybody, from Tom Cruise as Jerry Maguire.
We live in a cynical world.
See,
But it was good. It was very surreal. There were a couple of like one of the hellos I remember the most. I guess because I've been watching for quite a few years now, and I kind of associate a lot of faces with Zeldathon. So I remember meeting ZQ for the first time, and because I'm just so familiar with associating her with Zeldathon, she walked in. She was like, "Star," and I was like, "Oh, hey ZQ," and then I was like, "Wait, no, I haven't met you before." It was just really casual, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was a really like nonchalant hello."
Star didn't talk to me at all.
No.
Like I think she said like one word to me. I think it was like hi. No, I don't think it was hi.
Off my head. My hat. I'm not wearing it right now. The hat that one
I
of
know
you wore.
you're not. It was just a reoccurring thing whenever I saw Star because Star lived in the hat. Did you sleep in the hat? Like I'm serious.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I just never
I wasn't
saw
that
you
bad.
without the Zelda hat on. The
yeah.
green
Star had
vehicle.
the hat that we gave her an award for, and I thought you had more than one hat, and I swear I saw you in more than one hat during the marathon. That's why I gave you best use of hats with an S
I wore
award.
Mojo's hat as well.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
but
have Mojo's hat.
everybody had Mojo's hat. That's kind of what they were all about.
Yeah, I would just flip it off.
I never wear hats. That's the funny thing. Like I wore hats more that week than I probably have in the rest of the year combined. It was I only had one Zelda related shirt and then that hat. So I was like, I'm just gonna wear this hat a lot and really pretend I'm a really hardcore fan who knows everything about Zelda, and maybe people will believe it just because I wear the hat all the time. I don't think it works. People said I had a nice hat in chat. So
You seemed like you knew what you were talking about, and it's okay because not everybody knows anything about Zelda. For example, let's talk to Jackson Parodi, who has attended Hyrule Academy a few times, but I don't think he actually has ever submitted an actual theory. I think he's just kind of like lurked in the chat like a hero.
Like a hero, MC?
Like a hero. So how are you, Jackson?
I'm doing okay, man. Thank you. I just moved into a new lavish place.
I like your air mattress, which we discussed is currently in landscape mode. Previously, it's portrait mode at the beginning of our call.
Yeah, but I'm all about the visual aspect. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna put my air mattress 16:9.
I'm a cinematographer at heart, so it's all about the frame. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jiggy did one of these like, I'm with you. I am also a cinematographer. I want you to know. I love you, Jiggy.
I've got the little lens on the necklace, so I do I'm always trying to scope it out. You know?
Oh yeah. Jackson's the guy who walks around at like everyday situations and just like pulls out the hands.
16:9. Oh, Jess,
you'd be great on film.
Oh, Mark.
I'm gonna make you a star.
So talk to me about Zeldathon, Jackson. So you hadn't been to a marathon since Relief, which was at the old hotel. So like, how like different was Zeldathon to you? Because like, again, it's one of those things that I've been there, so I kind of like feel the transition naturally. I don't know if it was like big different or if it was mostly the same, just bigger room.
No, I would say the second one. I would say the same attitude, the same atmosphere, but just turned up a little bit. These go up to 11. It was just that, but just turned up, more people, more space. But the same general sort of environment. I would say if that's what you were going for, then that's what I experienced.
Well, I mean, I would most want that, I think, because when you. The way Zeldathon is, we kind of want it to be this thing where it's just a bunch of people hanging out, and like right now I'm playing a video of you doing Backstreet Boys. I want it that way, where you and the whole couch are jamming. It was one of those things I did not know happened. I was recently going through the Zeldathon footage, and I was like, man, I was really hard on copyright rules, like quite a bit, even like covers, like up until recently. So I think that loosening the rules has been very good for us.
Wasn't that during Hyrule Warriors? Because we had a lot of fun during Hyrule Warriors.
Yes, yeah. Right now, Jiggy, you are sporting your XSplit shirt and giving us the words.
What? But what?
You're singing quite loudly in my ears right now, Jiggy.
Oh,
if I remember correctly, it was that for that one. I didn't say it was going to be that song. I just said it's going to be a '90s boy band classic. And I knew that everybody there would know it. It wasn't a question of like, I wonder if they know it. They're going to know it. I mean, especially like Catherine and Kay and Carrie. They're like, everyone's going to know this.
We had too much fun during Hyrule Warriors. There was a lot of fun times.
I'm now noticing Smoople in the background actually does have the drum out and is very lightly tapping. I don't think that's even audible to my microphone, but he's going a little bit. He's going.
He's a good kid. Good kid.
But yeah, no, you've been doing we did a lot more music this marathon. It was like more than ever before. And did you like that, Jackson? I mean, you're the music guy, so I thought you might be a little jazzed about that.
Well, I think that
jazzed.
Start working now, kids. Insane in the Rain Music's Jazz Challenge. Get to work. Daddy Carlos says, "Get to work." Papa Carlos. Well, I mean, I think that question actually might be a bit better to you. I had a lot of fun with it. I had a good time with it. I hope the other players who were there would say the same thing. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we're having fun, but it's for a goal. It's for a purpose. So if it doesn't serve the purpose, then it's a little like what are we doing? But if it did help, then by Jove. Tally ho!
Yeah, like I think it was crazy because like what we had were a lot of moments that I think would have been really weird and awkward without musical accompaniment. But like just and like the little bit of music that we threw in at places that we never did before was like really good. Like the presidential debate, like just throwing in you playing "Hail to the Chief" or whatever, and the Flintstones Pledge of Allegiance or whatever we did. That was
Pledge of Allegiance, yeah.
The national anthem.
National anthem,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, in case, as the case of something with Zeldathon, if you have like, we got to set something up where something goes weird, so we got to like do something where the actual like funny thing can't happen until we set things up. You just put some music on there, and then it relieves the tension,
It,
So
it
it's
gets,
not like,
it gets rid of that awkward dip in emotion. Yeah.
Exactly.
There was a great moment. I was showing my mum a couple highlights, and I showed her at the end of a Late Night with Jiggy with a photograph, and I didn't tell her what was gonna happen. She just turned. She went, "Is this Nickelback?" And yeah. She's
No.
like, "What's
No,
going
that was
on?"
amazing.
It wasn't Nickelback. It was us. It was a solid gold Zeldathon Underwire brass
I was
band.
like, "It's an original." It's like Shanghai Mars.
And like I said, and I don't know if I ever told this, but I went to Thunder Scout. I went to Jackson. I was just like, I don't know, do something. And that was what they did. So,
And that's
great.
one of those good things. Like I think that what we've been doing a lot more with Zeldathon is, and this is definitely going to be true as we head into 18, Marathon 18 for those who are uneducated. No, but no, we can. We're going to do more events, like where I'm going to like set up a doc before the marathon and be like, hey folks, if you have an idea for something dumb and stupid for charity, put it on this list. And so Jiggy could put like Late Night with Jiggy up, but like he could be like, hey Jackson, he can take over planning that event instead of it all being on me. We talked about
Very
this, like taking money making game, and I'm not going to plan it myself. I'll host it, but I'm gonna have somebody else like organize like putting like background music, when they're gonna be, what game, and all that type of stuff.
I want more sets, MC.
I
have a
know
lot
you
of
want
fun
more sets.
Doing sets.
One thing I did want to mention in relation to all the music is so there were a lot of points where the marathon was kind of like sloping down in terms of like energy, and I relied on Jackson especially, but almost all the musicians a lot, where I was like we need your energy in form of music. Can you can you please like handle things for a bit? I'm gonna go and sleep in that corner for a little bit. I think I was sleeping there during the Hyrule Warriors run when you were playing Backstreet Boys, and I woke up and I just like opened my eyes and I just heard like desire, and I was like, just closed my eyes and just went back to bed. I was like, nah.
It's not worth getting involved.
No. I was like, I heard that. And I was like, Zeldathon's fine. We're raising donations if that's being played, so I'm going back to bed. So sorry to you, Jackson, for all, I don't want to say volunteering you out, but pushing you to your musical limits.
No. I mean, like you just said it. I think it's rather a good thing. If it ultimately did good for the charity, for the donations, then right on. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I kind of have this attraction to the instrument, the accordion in general, because it's a self-contained thing. It's just me. It's like piano or organ, but portable.
Yeah.
So it's like, if anything musical needs to happen, I can just get up and do, maybe not the preferred thing, but something. I can do something can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of convenient times like this.
Yeah, you can just get up there and go and. You came to Zeldathon to raise money for charity, and I think that all the musicians especially did a bang up job in making that happen. So
they're good kids.
Yeah, good old Thunder Scotty. He's our boy.
Good old Thunder Scott.
Yeah.
Scotty.
He's a good kid. So is Danny boy. All the other who just had his hair colored, I believe.
Yeah,
it's rather nice.
What did he do? Did he go for like a salt and pepper type of thing? I think.
I don't know, with like a flash of like silver or something like that. It was like something out of a Stephanie Meyer novel. It was pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to pull up a photo here.
Yeah.
While we do this here, while we find that. Hey, yo, Jiggy, you want to talk to us a little bit about something that you kind of like stole the show quite a bit, literally. In the middle of Zeldathon Recovery, we hosted Late Night with Jiggy. I had like really no clue that this type of thing was going to become a thing. So can you tell me how this whole Late Night with Jiggy talk show came about?
A very long time ago, back in the days of streaming on my laptop or off my laptop, we had the first season of Late Night with Jiggy, which was every Saturday night at 9 p.m. And it was more or less I would come on and it was before like gaming and talk shows, so it was technically it was illegal on Twitch back then. But what I would do is I'd come on and talk about games and stuff like that, and I'd bring in people and we would talk about them, and then it kind of died, and then it came back as more of in season 2 as just me playing video games every Saturday night at 9 p.m. There's Dan's hair. Oh wait, I'm far behind.
Yeah. Dan's hair was up on our screen.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to Dan. We'll continue.
Yeah. But that so more or less, like I've always had the idea, and Jiggy, Jimmy Fallon, Jiggy, same, Jay.
So wait, you're comparing yourself to Jimmy Fallon instead of Conan O'Brien, which I find to be pretty funny personally. Okay, just continue.
What am I like, Conan?
Yeah, you're like Conan.
Really?
You look like him.
Yeah, you look like Conan.
I'm Conan.
You behaved like
Conan
Conan while you were doing your show too, a little bit. Like you did like the little hop thing he does. I noticed.
Yeah, but I mean, I had a lot of fun. And I actually had the idea way back, probably years ago.
The 90s.
The 90s. No, I really wanted to do something like a talk show, and I put it in the Zeldathon it was Deluxe. It was Deluxe goal doc.
Did I totally deny it?
You said not Zelda in all caps.
Wow.
That was what MC said.
Dang.
So I was like, okay, I guess I won't do this for a while. And then I didn't put it in the goal doc this time because I'm not good at explaining things in text. I think you all know that. I'm more of a I'm gonna do it and say I'm sorry later kind of person. So I was like, all right, we can do this. Hopefully people will be awake, and that was the only thing I was worried about was people not being awake. And it was a lot of fun. I set the goal for I think $2,500 from where we were, and somebody donated $5,000 for it. So I was like, oh.
Oh, so the thing that's really cool about Zeldathon is a lot of times we do set those goals up. So we're like, okay, yeah, $2,500 away. I'll have time to go grab a snack, and I'll come back and maybe do a little prep, and I'll be ready for my goal. And sometimes you set those goals, and then there's a snipe, and then you're just like, dang. And alternatively, the train happened when we had like a music goal ready to go. Like the music folk were sitting on Challenge Cam with their instruments. And like eventually Thunder Scott just set his guitar down on the floor, and he just looked defeated, and then he was like, I'm going to get Chinese food. And we went and got Chinese food, came back, and by that time the train was finally over, and then we could play the music.
And that was the whole thing. Like I said, all right, well, it was later at night. I don't know what time it was. And I was like, all right, well, it's a little lull in donations right now. We just started Minish Cap, beginning of games. Sometimes it's a little rough. And I was like, okay, I got like 2 hours, probably 3 hours maybe. I'll get like, I asked TB to do it, and I asked you, MC, and then I was like, all right, well, we'll go around and see if we can find Jackson and Thunder Scott, and just have them do it. They just, play something. And everyone
in typical Zeldathon fashion, everything came together afterwards.
Yeah, no, and it was great. We spent a lot of time. It was like I think it was an hour and a half after we met the goal, but that was just because people weren't back yet, and I was trying to get. I think Saul helped me out, and Narvik helped me carry the couches and tables from the.
And those couches were very heavy. Source, I made everybody else carry them for me. Jackson was the man when it came to lifting couches. Thank you. Was that a unicorn? Thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah. Sitting on couch at the time and not being able to really look behind properly and see what was going on. We just saw people just walking by with couches. There was a table. We were just like, what is going on back there?
That's when Zeldathon's about to get good, is when you start seeing people carrying couches through the background,
It's like you're moving house into this room.
And it was really funny because I was trying to figure out like, oh, what story can I tell for the monologue? What can I do? I was planning it, and Zach comes out to me. I'm sitting in the lobby. I'm like, what kind of story can I tell? What? And I did tell a true story. The Great Scott Old P story was actually true. Mm-hmm. Zach comes up to me and he's like, whoa, you're actually planning this?
Yeah, because that's what Zach does not do.
That's foreign to Zach. Zach doesn't know what that's like.
For example, we'll see that. We're going to see that a little bit later. I have a special video for you all tonight, and it's It's one of those things that was very unplanned by Zach, but before he yelled switch to challenge cam to our poor tech desk, I like ran in and gave a few small elements of planning to it, which helped it take form. Because Zach's brilliant, but if you put like the right props in front of him, that little bit of planning, it becomes extra magic.
No, I always love it when the the people in tech desk just kind of look over and you just hear Zach, "Give me challenge cam."
That's the moment you know things are going down. Anyways, we're gonna be seeing Late Night with Jiggy during winter. I hope.
Oh yeah. No, I have plans, SuperMCGamer.
Look at this.
I have a few plans here and there.
I hope you're not expecting to put this on Zeldathon. I hope you put a monitor in front of challenge cam. That's what you got to do.
No, that's actually one of the plans.
Oh, cool. I'm
having a background loop. Not this version, but this is actually an older version for when I was gonna revamp the show. But I mean, it looks pretty good. But yeah.
Very, very good. Everybody at home is all freaking out. Like, we got some Pog champs being shared.
It's a little off-centered, but whatever.
Yeah, that's because the old cropping is off.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm sorry. Say what you're gonna say. I'm rude.
I was gonna say shout-outs to Pop-Tart Gamer from 2012 making that logo.
Pop-Tart made that.
Yeah, long time ago. Like I think. I don't know when.
He pulled out the old bevel effect.
You want a title design? I'll make you a graphic design.
I got my Adobe Photoshop open. I'm gonna make it. Nice.
Yeah, I'll make you a logo.
Do you want an Arial bold or italics?
You can have one or the other, but not both.
I don't know how to do that yet. Okay. On that note, folks, we're going to move on now to Tingle Trivia. That's right. Now, our friend Jackson has something very special prepared for us tonight. So would you like to talk about this here?
Yeah, I'll just give a little chat. During the marathon, during Zeldathon Recovery, we had a great time. A handful of times, mostly all of them with just me, except for one with the Super Guitar Brothers, of video game music trivia, wherein the performer would play music from a game, and then the chat simply guesses the game and the song title or just the game. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that again here tonight, not with me playing accordion, but SuperMCGamer has a YouTube link. We're going to play an original soundtrack, a track from an actual game soundtrack released in this country. And MC Gamer, I believe the rules are the chat only needs to guess the game series. All I have to guess is the franchise.
Yes.
If you can guess the actual game title and the soundtrack, then you're going to get extra brownie points. But all you need to do, it's actually multiple choice too. There are going to be 5 different choices. And MC Gamer was very nice. He asked me to contribute, and so I picked this one tune from this one particular game that I played quite a bit as a kid. And I know a handful of others really enjoyed as a child around middle school age. And to me, this game, I don't listen to it very often, but to me, the game is, and this franchise in general, at least the early games, is actually one of the finest video game soundtracks I think ever. It's very, very unique. You probably won't, if you listen to it, you probably won't think it's that unique, but maybe we talk about it later. But I think it's actually very monumental. And it's kind of a shame that more soundtracks aren't written like this. They're not written like this today, and they weren't back then. So this particular track is very sweet. I think it's very beautiful. And I told MC if anyone guesses the song, then I'm going to eat my hat.
All right, are you ready for me to play the track?
Get your knife and fork ready.
Go for it.
Grant's
right.
My hero.
Here comes the song for you all, folks here on Skype. A little bit of silence so I have enough time to hear here. Here comes the track. So while this track plays, I'm going to quickly fix the answers. So please hold, because the answers are not in there. So just give me like a brief second here. I'll fix that. So everybody listen to the music here. All right. All right, here we go. I'm fixing it up here. And bam, it's back. All right.
There we go. Well,
oh God,
now.
the bot. Poor bot.
Well, now. This is something, isn't it?
We're working out the bugs, my friends.
Rip bot.
Now I'm still looking in the chat. I'm looking to see if anybody can actually get the song, the track, not the song title, the track title. I'm fiendish for that. If anyone can do it, I'm gonna be very, very impressed.
Right now we are seeing Age of Empires in the lead right now. Call of Duty with an astonishing 0 rupees bet on it currently.
Wow. Rip COD.
All right, we have 15 seconds remaining, everybody.
I actually did a Call of Duty stream with Pop-Tart. I think. Oh.
Del Pino Plaza. Good one, Copper Dragon.
All right, here we go. And the
Look at
winner.
Scribbles trying to bet one. We'll try to bet one.
All right, and the winner has been announced. Jackson, talk about it.
The winner, I can say the winner now?
Yeah, you can. You're good.
That was after the drop from Medal of Honor Frontline.
Talk about the track.
So shout outs to everyone who voted Medal of Honor. You were correct. Everyone was pooping on Call of Duty. In my opinion, Call of Duty would be like the number 2 pick. If I didn't know, I would have picked Call of Duty because the
I was
soundtrack.
thinking Final Fantasy.
Because apparently everyone thinks Call of Duty is only like Modern Warfare and Beyond. There was Call of Duty 1 through 3, dude, and the music was not that different from the early Medal of Honor games. But good on you all who got that. I played that game on GameCube a lot. Oh look, see, Penny's just at arm's reach, 16 and up. Don't play it if you're younger than 16. I sort of got reminded of that game again. I played a lot as a kid, but when I found out that popular YouTube cover music artist FamilyJewel7x, youtube.com/FamilyJewel7x, his favorite video game track ever is from that game, Medal of Honor Frontline. It's not the one I picked, but it's from that game, so it made me listen back to it. And the truth is that the composer, Michael Giacchino, who has since written music for The Incredibles, for the Star Trek reboots, for like a million other things, he basically wrote a film score, but for the first early Medal of Honor games, Medal of Honor 1, Underground, Frontline, maybe, I don't think the one after it, but he essentially wrote film scores. They're long cues. They're not just like loops, like 1 minute, 2 minute loops.
Right.
It's like this is an 8-minute long composition, a complete composition for a World War II first-person shooter. It's fantastic. Nobody wrote stuff like that before that, and I have not heard scores of that scope, of that like epic scope, really since then.
And I'm hoping they get more into that because, like, you know, it's one of those things that there's not like, okay, so playing video games, good songs, yeah, that's always fun. But one of my favorite things is going to like live performances, you know, whether it be at MagFest or otherwise, and like the Zelda Symphony, of course, and hearing these game songs live, and like when you build a song for a game that is already like it's a song that an orchestra can play, that makes it that much better. So just go and hear it live too if you want.
Another very, and this may be my last point. Another interesting thing about this soundtrack is its use of a single child vocalist. You hear it in this track after the drop, and also in others, including Arnhem. A big use of a lone child singer, and it's obviously very real because you can hear a lot of pitchy mistakes and like questionable singing, but it's a very weird and creepy aesthetic, and one that I don't think most people would really guess or expect from a World War II first-person shooter game. You would expect maybe something a bit more cookie-cutter, or without a lot of real character to it. But the music from this game really, it's its own sort of color, I would say, and it's very unique, and it should be studied by anyone who's interested in game music or any kind of soundtrack
on it.
Yeah. Oh, on what? On game music or Medal of Honor?
On horror game music.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's spooky stuff.
I
And then I
think
realized I
my
had to play them.
favorite, my favorite game soundtrack is Five Nights at Freddy's 1 by Scott Cawthon.
Thank you, Jiggy. Thank you very much.
Carlos, cover it.
I'm so sorry. I just want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to shut up. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But only because Penny mentioned that to the horror game music. When I was at school, I had a video game music radio show every week. MCGamer listened to it, and we had a lot of fun there. Toward the end, like the last year I did the show, every single week the same person would text in a request. It would be either this one particular song from Guitar Man or the theme of Laura from like Silent Hill 3, I think, 2 or 3. Like for months, either one of those two songs every week on the week. Like you could set your watch to it. It was the creepiest thing. This person loved these two songs. I thought of that when you said horror game music.
Yeah.
Well,
again, MC, thank you for letting me be part of this trivia.
That was
trivia
awesome. I thought I was already like, man. So last week we premiered the whole trivia segment of the show. I'm like, all right, now for a second we've got to shake it up already because normality is the enemy of creativity. I don't know. I just made that up. All right, so we're gonna move on now to some discussions about gaming. That's right.
Oh, Nintendo.
We're talking about Nintendo stuff now. So I looked for Nintendo news this week, and most everything was pretty null except for one particular subject that I'm sure you're all familiar with. Pokémon GO, which has launched in the past week. It launched here in the U.S. during the Zeldathon show last week. And it's kind of gone insane. I personally went out with Lizardu, Campy, and Bushel, Lachuganus, and Robin last night. We went all around my town. So I told a story about to them about how Jiggy, what are you? He's gone dark.
Does he have a
He's gone to
graphic?
get Pokemon.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. Be back soon. Late night with Jiggy. Technical difficulties. Late night with Jiggy.
BRB Pokemon.
So I essentially went out, and when I usually go down to the post office, like I walk to my post office. I walk to the post office, then back, and I'm usually like, well, that was an unpleasant walk. I'm unhappy, but I'm glad to be home. I put my feet up. But this, I walked down to where the post office was times like 4 or 5, and I came home and I was happy. Yeah, it was a tough walk in the end of the day, but it was really, really enjoyable, and I think it's gonna be something that we're gonna be doing a lot here at Hat House and Zeldathon Folk in general. So Jiggy,
It's time.
talk to me.
Oh my God.
Open your eyes.
Oh. No.
Thanks, Jiggy.
Oh, right. Jesus.
Do you think he's a fan? Do you think he likes Pokemon?
Oh God! Look at his arm is cut off by the chroma key.
Oh my
His
God.
arm got cut off.
He sacrificed his hand to get it early.
Team Valor.
Valor? You mean
Valor.
Valor?
Team Valor.
Like the stuff they make like couches out of, or like the
Team
cover.
Valor. Team
Oh
Valor. However you say it. Join us. Join us, and we will destroy all others. Because even in the darkest of nights, we are the flames.
even in the darkest of nights.
I'm
If only you
out.
remember to turn on the light.
The lights.
I'm on Team Dumbledore. Thank you, though.
We
Did
did
my
it.
resub not work?
What?
I resubbed during that.
Night.
Rip resub.
So there's been a 25% jump in Nintendo stock. I think more
I
than
thought
that.
it was 33.
Yeah, no, it's up to 33. I wrote that 25% like 2 days ago. Nintendo stocks have gone insane, and even last night in my small town, we saw probably at least 50 other people out. Like, that's all there was. There was nobody out last night that was not playing Pokemon Go in our park and on the streets. Like, we were sitting on a church, steps, resting for a bit, and like a car pulls up. They look over at us because we have our phones out, and there's like, gotta catch them all, and then they start driving. I'm like, holy
Wow.
smokes, it's real.
Wow.
I'm living in Pokemon, man. It's
Yeah,
weird.
no, it's so much fun. Like, honestly, it's something that if you didn't know, I work for a camp. I'm a camp director, and it's to the point where there are kids that are actually like saying to me, they're like, can we go catch Pokemon? And I'm like, I've never thought I would ever hear this. I never thought I would.
We had to go for a hike,
Yeah, that's what they're like. Hey, can we go for a walk that way? Like, can you take us on a hike? And I'm like, so you can play Pokemon? And they're like, no. Yes. And I'm like, it's made it to that point where Pokemon is now socially acceptable again, and I'm very excited about it.
It's funny. I went to the convenience store last night, and the lady. By the way, I should mention I was wearing a Zeldathon shirt, but I did not have my phone out. Was not playing Pokemon. Weren't talking about Pokemon. And she's like, so after she checked me out, you checked out my groceries.
After she checked you out.
After she checked out my groceries.
After she checked me out, she asked me if I got
At the
that
checkout.
at the checkout.
Tom
They don't go
Cruise
to
and
the
Jerry
checkout for
Maguire.
nothing.
If I got that sick Jigglypuff,
No.
That-
She was like, so you've been playing that Pokemon game? And I'm like, yeah. Me and Brooke are like, yeah. And she's like, she sounded like she didn't like the game, but she's like, oh, my son, who's really into sports and stuff, even he's playing it. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, nice little subtle stereotyping right there, first of all. But thank you, Tom Cruise and Jackson.
And you know what I was saying was a lot of people are comparing it to the Wii. How Nintendo is constantly they're making
Wii.
they have once again found a product that quote unquote non-gamers are purchasing, and when I mean purchasing, downloading the free app
Yeah,
and
going
you
out
know,
there and having fun.
they're going, and that's the whole thing. A lot of the people are saying that, I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it everywhere. Thanks, Nintendo. Now I have to leave my house to play video games.
Jackson,
You know.
I'm excited to report that that everybody in chat is declaring that Jerry Maguire is their favorite Pokemon. Oh no! Oh no! What are you doing? Oh no!
Gotta catch 'em all.
It's so funny.
Star, you have not had the ability to play Pokemon Go.
With all of the tweets, I feel like I've played it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not out in the UK, but apparently it's still a big thing there.
yeah, people can get it by unsavory means. But my mum was telling me today, because my brother's quite a few years younger than me, and he's at high school, and his friends keep asking to like go to the bathroom during class, and they just go out and catch Pokemon and then come back. They're like, they look at their phone and they're like, I gotta go to the bathroom. They leave and come back like 10 minutes later. So they've started like trying to catch people out playing Pokemon at school. And they're like, we're gonna go for a walk around the field catching them.
They send Officer Jenny out to get them. I had one of those nerd moments last
They already
night.
don't allow
We
they
passed.
already don't allow folks. Sorry.
Oh no, so they don't allow phones at all.
No, so it's just encouraging it more, and I think my school's like, it was quite like uptight, so I think they're just going haywire at the moment with Pokemon.
Well, I saw a thing that there's some museum that is kicking people out if they have phones because they're like no Pokemon or something. I saw it somewhere. It was like on I think it was on Facebook.
Yeah, no, businesses are picking this up. Like they're giving discounts to trainers if they're on a certain team. They're like This is a Pokemon gym. The best place for catching it is over there with like an arrow, and like.
I was in I was in the city yesterday doing some stuff, and there was a diner that was just like, if you're part of Team Velour, you get 10% off, and I was like, thanks.
It's one of those moments where it's like, man, this is what Pokemon should have been when I was a kid, and I was like, had like all this extra free time. Now I'm an adult, and I have a lot of free time, but still, I wish I was a kid again, because this is what Pokemon should have been when I was a kid. Like all these lucky 10-year-olds going out now. Dang. Although I am an adult, which means I can go out there at 3 a.m. if I want, and it's a great thing. I actually have a story about my town. Before I get into that, Jackson, have you touched the game at all yet?
I've stayed away from it, MC Gamer.
You've abstained.
Well, I mean, I've also been moving. Yeah, it's just a lot of things have come to my path that don't involve playing Pokemon. As much as I would like to, as much as I'd love to join in all the revelry, it just hasn't crossed my path. I'm trying to do the YouTube thing. I'm trying to do the moving thing.
Yes.
I mean, you can see, so.
There's no time for Pokemon when we have Jerry Maguire VHS sitting on our desk.
It's not because I don't want to play it, but it's just life happens.
I understand. You're being the adult. Yes?
When you're talking about being an adult and being able to walk around at 3 a.m. catching Pokemon, I'm now just imagining like teenagers sneaking out of the house to play Pokemon. And
it's a reality.
Parents opening the door and catching them, be like, "What's that on your phone? You're Pokemoning again? I've told you about this."
Well, what was it? The Washington Department of Motor Vehicles tweeted. They were just like, "Please don't Pokemon and drive." Like they're using it as a verb. And I was like, "Oh, we've done it, Reddit. We've made it to that point."
So, transitioning a bit, I want to talk about the negative things that have been coming out of Pokemon Go. So last night in my town, I have joined the Facebook group for my town's Pokemon Go, and
there's one for just your town,
just my town. And there was a post because apparently, so we were out from until 1 a.m. last night, and apparently around 3 a.m. the people in the park, there was a fight, an actual fight about Pokemon, and all we know, one person who was there after they saw the fight break up. They approached where the fight happened, and all that was left on the ground was a bandana and a smashed Android phone. I am not kidding. I'm not.
No,
wow.
I don't know what color bandana was.
I need to know.
But
that's funny.
And it gets worse though. It gets worse because apparently the smell of marijuana was also about in this area. So I'm like, dang it. Like, there's people in my town who might ruin it for the rest of us. The cops are going to eventually get called out here, and it's like, some of us just want to walk around and catch, Pidgeys. Like, holy smokes. Ugh. I don't want this riffraff in my town. We need to inform...
Not in my town.
We need to inform the police.
This publicly educated trash, these chavs and ne'er-do-wells and gutter snipes in my land. In my land.
Riffraff. Lower class riffraff.
And it's not only happening in my town, it's happening all over the place, and it's getting worse because there was a girl who was out and about and she stumbled upon a dead body while playing Pokemon Go, which leads me to think how many dead bodies are going to be discovered because of this game, and how many
at least they're being discovered.
Yeah, I mean this might be a good thing. Side. Yeah, like maybe we'll discover missing persons, I accidentally just stumbled into a person's house and I found this person on a want ad. A want ad?
That's
a wanted
spirit.
Poster.
That's a spirit, MC.
I was trying to
in the chat with the Team Velour gang sign here. Here we go.
You're gonna need to stop. And by the way, just for everybody asking, I guess I'm Mystic. Is that...
Whoa!
Okay. See, that type of spirit is what's gonna get us kicked out of the park, Jiggy.
It's what's gonna get a smashed Android phone, a bandana, and the reek of marijuana.
Basically, the teams. This is for everybody in the chat that's been saying like, "Oh, why does it matter what team you're on?" That's my chow. Well, yeah. First off, you get discounts. A lot of the thing. And no. You guys are all nerds. Mystic is nerds. You guys are literally all nerds.
Okay, you're gonna need to stop. Jiggy, your point, Jiggy.
Okay, my point is Mystic Mystic hates Valor, and Valor hates Mystic, and then there's Team Instinct, which is I like Zapdos.
Okay, here's the thing, Jiggy. I don't dislike anybody. It was great. I went to one of our gyms in our town last night, and this lady was like, "Hey, are you on Team Mystic?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." She's like, "Cool. Because you're Mystic, I'm going to tell you that there was, I forget what Pokemon, a Shelder this way, and I followed her. I had never met her in my life, but she showed me the Shelder. I caught the Shelder.
But there's the discrimination, SuperMCGamer. If I went up to that lady and I said,
yeah, but it's for fun little moments, not for actual hatred.
It's not hatred. It's
put your fingers
lifestyle.
Down, Jiggy. Also,
put that coffee down.
A guy wandered into a bad neighborhood while playing Pokemon Go because he's just looking for Pokemon, and he got stabbed. So that was another story that came out of this week.
Yeah. This isn't good for trying to convince my mum that video games are good.
You have to look at the positives. Yes, there are these bad things happening out there, but Pokemon Go, last night I went out for 4 hours with my friends and got a ton of exercise and met a bunch of people I've never talked before. I had the most social and athletic moment of the month because of Pokemon, which is weird and crazy. And I don't know. How do you know she wasn't trying to kidnap you, says Okami Hylia. I trusted her. She complimented my hair. What? She was Mystic, yes.
Because she was on your team.
Yes, she wasn't. So are you trying to say that a Team Instinct person would have kidnapped me? Good.
I don't know, but I bet you wouldn't have gone with them if they were Team Valor.
Oh, jeez.
So this all aside, everybody seems to be enjoying it and having fun.
Now, the hard part though is people who don't live in big cities, and I bet any of you guys that know that.
Yes.
How close is your nearest Pokestop, SuperMCGamer?
A block and a half.
Okay, that's not bad. Mine is nowhere near me. Nowhere right here, nowhere near me. But I was in the city yesterday because I'm like I said, I'm moving to the studio, then moving to my new place. And there is MC gonna show the picture.
Oh yes, the picture. You want to show them the picture? Yeah, here.
The picture make you all jealous unless you live in the city. Basically, I had a full bag in 20 minutes, and I went from level 4 to level 9. Just from I think 2 p.m. to 5. I was there for 3 hours.
Yeah, this looks very similar to the park that I have here in my town.
Yeah.
And those lures were being thrown out. It was one of those crazy things. I went up to the one area where it's centralized. I went to go throw a lure on it, and right as I went to go press the button, it was no, a lure's already placed on this place. And I talked to the guy who was there. I was like, "Did you just place a lure on this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." I'm like, "Well, thank you for saving me a lure." He's like, "Yeah, no problem." And it was one of those kind little moments that I had last night.
Well, and that was the whole thing. That's actually right there. I don't care. I'm not there. That is a Union Square. Down on the east side, or what's in the middle technically, and there were about 300 people just standing around there, and what they all were doing were they were placing the lures, and then they were. What's going on? I'm out of.
Don't worry about it. Just keep talking.
I'm out of the loop here. And so it was just a matter of everybody was just around with their phones, and they were just all like this, with the phones. And it was really a sight to see because it's there were so many people. It was absolutely insane. And then if you want to click that picture, you can see that. No, you got rid of it. Never mind. But you could see how many Pokestops are in the city. And what a lot of people are complaining about is how it's harder for people who live in less populated areas to get the free Pokestop stuff. They have to actually, go out and drive around, which is what you're supposed to do. I guess.
Yeah, it's happening, but Niantic will probably. They said they're going to try to do more to help them out, but it's going to be a process. And no matter what, I think part of the fun is if I lived when I was down by Pittsburgh, I was not in Pittsburgh. I was in rural area by Pittsburgh. We had a moment where hey, do you want to go Pokemon catching? Yes, and we jumped in the car and we went to a more urban area and caught some Pokemon. I think that's part of the fun of it. Even. I live up on a pretty large hill Well, not a huge hill, but it's a hill. And so at the end of the night, after all your walking, you got to come up the big hill, and we're like, this is kind of an unfun part of the end of the night. So we're even going to take our car into like a nice central location in town, so that way when we're all done and tired of walking around here, we can just jump in the car and get back. So I don't know. I feel like Pokemon Go, it's a game for walking, but I think a nice car will help you out. A couple things real quick. One, thank you to everybody who's resubscribed on your show. Captain Trina just gave the 2 years. Resub notifications on my stream are still bugged. I'm gonna have that fixed.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that fixed by next week. But thank you to everybody who resubbed, including you, Jiggy. I'm guessing. Yes.
Yeah, I did it during the
bless you.
Valor thing or Valor thing.
The Valor. All right, very good.
Chancellor Valor from the Phantom Menace.
Everyone,
My people are dying, Senator. I move a vote of no confidence in the Senate.
everybody who's subbed will be getting one free applesauce packet from Jackson.
But Senator, isn't that illegal? I will make it legal.
There you go. Show off the great value.
Comes with a
Great value.
complimentary.
I am not PewDiePie. I am not scandalous. I am disclosing fully that I am sponsored by Great Value Original Applesauce. Great Value Original Applesauce, a delicious treat for a delicious price.
On that note, folks, we're going to move on to a special little video. By little, I mean it's going to be 11 minutes. So sit tight, folks. Enjoy this. We have a very, very special thing. This is a highlight from Zeldathon Recovery, one of the first goals we did of the Goal Wheel Seance. So I'm going to bump it on over there, and everybody here in the Skype call, we'll be back with you in a short bit. So we'll be right back with questions after the video. Please enjoy.
Here's the beginning.
We appear to be preparing for the seance, and it is actually just about ready. It looks like we achieved the goal a little while ago, but we're doing a little bit more setup.
Dearly beloved, you may recognize me from 6 months and a quarter ago, where Zeldathon's most aged prop, the Goal Wheel, suffered an untimely demise when it had the ever-living Shoop kicked out of it by a Zeldathon team member. We then held a most respectable funeral in its honor. However, in the days since, there has been evidence of something truly shocking. Great paranormal activity has pierced these walls. There are spirits among us in this very room. Foul spirit. Now that's how we do it. Now, I am but a lowly man, and I am not qualified, nor would I ever dream of being qualified enough to undertake the role of removing this spirit from our hallowed premises. Therefore, I have called in someone that will be familiar to many of you. I would like you to all come to the recognizance of our celebrity seance host.
Which terms of service? Which terms of service? Which terms of service?
Hi, I'm the Long Island Medium. You may recognize me from such television programs as the Long Island Medium. I am but a regular girl, just like you. But when the time comes for me to use my special psychic powers, I will not pass up the opportunity to help the world and also get free camera exposure. So, what I will do now is I will showcase my psychic powers. You may think I'm just a regular mom named Teresa from Long Island. That's her real name, look it up. But what you may not realize is that there is always more to the story. However, regrettably, I have not appeared on any of the actual Long Island medium shows, and therefore I have no idea how to actually conduct a seance. You see, 2/4 years ago, or 1/2 year, the GO wheel tragically met its end here. And now I will research how to conduct a seance.
Ask Google.
I have gone onto wikihow.com and found the article on how to conduct a seance. I will now read the steps to ensure that the devil does not get angry at me. Gather the participants. 3 is the minimum number of people who should participate in a seance. Friends of the GO wheel and all of the rest of you, come hither. All hail. Choose a medium. Hello. Decide on who you will be summoning. I, Yowick, we hardly knew ye. Old friend, why you so shy? It seems only yesterday was the time of our life. This you may recognize from past Zeldathons as a mere shrapnel shard of our old friend, the GO wheel. I'm sorry. Set the table. Place 3 candles or number divisible by... We don't have that in the budget, okay. Create an atmosphere conducive for connecting to the spirit world. Thank you. Dear friends, try to hold yourselves together. I like your hair dye. I am still a mom, and I recognize good hair when I see it. Now, we will now summon the spirits by chanting in unison. This chant is dumb. We made our own. Please go vertical. The devil is interfering with our seance. All right, we're just gonna do it live. All right, everybody, we will now begin by reciting the chant that the people of the ages, whoever they are, have prepared. All hold hands. All do so. I will not hold hands because I will sit here in case the spirit jumps out and tries to attack you. In 3, 2, 1, we will now begin. 3, 2, 1. Secundum leges aviation sciatur, quod nullo modo poterit avolari apis, alis parum modicum habeat corpus eius interam colis iti. Istam videum certe tuarum lia apes non puro quid homines impossibile et cogitare. All hail! Flavus Niger, Flavus Niger, Flavus Niger, Flavus Niger. O atra et flava sit palo movere. That was the B-movie script translated to Latin. I will now begin to read the next step in conducting our holy seance. Wait for a response. Huh. Whoa! Repeat the chant if necessary until you get a response. No. All right. We will now search closely for evidence of paranormal activity in this realm. The spirit has laid an egg. Make like a chicken and run out of here. This is not what we intended. I always swore to you I'd never fall apart. Where? Where are you, foul spirit? Come to me. Oh, you're not it. Aha! Friends, the time has come to behold the results of the first and last successful seance in Zeldathon history. This is a time of great darkness. If you have sensitive eyes, ears, or pancreas, please shut off the stream. It's beautiful. It's
alive! It's alive! Help me, Will! It's in color! Technicolor!
after decades.
The technology! We did it, Reddit!
The technology of the spiritual realm continues to shock and amaze every given day. Live and in living color, I now present to you Go Wheel 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes!
When we said we had a Zeldathon Recovery, you didn't know what we meant. What we meant was that we are recovering. I mean, it's a wheel. You can see it. I don't think I need to say any more. Thanks for watching this episode of the Long Island Medium. It spins. It's alive.
And there we go. We're back, folks. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful video. A moment that will live in Zeldathon infamy for time to come. Jackson, the star of the show, moving the chair out of the way when Zach discovered the goal wheel resurrected. Thank you, Jackson, for your excellent work there. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that video out while we had Jiggy and Jackson, because they were in that one. Anyways, you were there. You cried just like you did at the funeral. It was like a really good homage that you did there.
Very realistic acting. Me and Jiggy are both thespians. We're actors. We know what it means to get into character.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. The hat! You got the hat!
Yeah, I got the hat. It's here.
Ready?
My
You ready for this,
award-winning
Penny?
hat.
Hold on, wait. Where am I located on the stream?
The lower left-hand corner.
Oh, she's on the. Oh, she's okay.
Am I
Wait.
facing the right way?
Okay, ready? Ready for
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, what have you done?
Yeah, there you go.
Aw.
More or less what I did.
I don't know what you did there, but that was fun. All right, so it's time to move on to questions. We're going to move on to questions. Jiggy, would you do us the honor of giving us the first question here?
Okay, so the first question of the night is thank you to ZQ for handling questions tonight.
Yes,
Next
thank you.
question.
Thank you to Zelda Queen for again handling questions. Now, on to the first real question, my friend.
So Valor6 asks, rip my username in chat. Also, what is your favorite Pokemon generation?
I liked Crystal. Generation 2 was pretty cool.
Gen 2.
That was like a nice golden period of my childhood where like I could name every Pokemon And that's all I wanted. Like Gen 3 got introduced, and I was like, I can't name all these. Screw that. I'm done. So I don't know.
It's like I'm doing Dex Quest right now, so I can name all of them but Gen 5, and I hate Gen 5. No Gen 5. Everybody knows from my chat that I hate Gen 5.
Hey, Jiggy,
But,
move more to your left. Thank you, my friend. All right. What about you, Jackson? Do you have a favorite Pokemon generation or game?
I'm super ignorant. The only thing I know about Pokemon is that in one of the later games, I have an accordion player in like one of the towns. He's like sitting outside like a restaurant.
And that's
but, like,
you?
the same like. I guess that.
Did you do the mocap? You did the mocap for that?
I did the mocap, yeah.
For the sprite, like the
was
2 frames of animation, just.
Yeah. That was 2 weeks. I had to wear the big suit with the little plastic balls like everywhere.
Oh, did you know that, that's what they did to Voldemort for his face to Ray Fiend or whatever how you say his name?
I mean, Gen 6 is French.
The boy who lived.
Thank you, chat. Gen 5 dance game.
Sorry, we're having a moment, Jiggy. You can't interrupt
Sorry,
that.
I interrupted it. I
It's
apologize.
Yeah. But no,
I'm the worst.
Star, what was your favorite Pokemon gen?
I'm not really a Pokemon. I didn't grow up with it. My parents weren't very video gamey, so I kind of missed out. I've played really early Pokemon games, so I guess the first couple of generations.
How about Pokemon Pinball? Do you like Pokemon Pinball? That's a nice family game.
I have like good memories of that game,
Here we
but
go.
I played it like recently. I was like, this sucks. Like, why am I not like regular pinball? I'm down. Like, bring me to an arcade. I'll play some pinball. Screw Game Boy pinball. As a kid, it was great. I don't know. Why don't we move on to the next question? Go ahead, Jiggy.
Okay. Flying asks.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going okay.
alright.
Life's fine.
It's going good. It's going,
It's all 6s and 7s.
We're having a good time. All right, let's go to the next question. Now we've covered that one.
Okay. All right. So, Shadow Knight 101 asks, for everyone, what is your favorite part of Zeldathon Recovery?
I answered this last week, so I'll let you guys go. Star, you did last time. So what was your favorite part?
I liked the big, long musical train to keep the donations
The
donation train going. Yeah,
Yeah.
the jam train. Yeah, and then we were all running around really madly with props in the background. I was really tired. It was the best workout I had all week, and it was great music.
Do you know when you did Shakespeare in the style of The Room? Do you know when?
Yeah.
Do you know when in the marathon that was? Because there's no log of when it happened, so I don't really want to go searching through 140 hours. It was like towards the end of the marathon, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like it was past the midpoint, but I don't think it was much past the midpoint. That's all I know.
All right. Zeldathon fans, if you can help us out on that one, that'd be great. Jackson, what about you, my friend?
I'm trying to think. I really am. That jam train was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm just. Oh, jeez.
You lost it at the corn dogs a little bit with the corn dogs during Wind Waker.
I think one of the few times I actually really lost it. Well, yeah, I'll say that. I think one of the few times I actually lost it was when Brooke was pulled out. They were frozen, but in his jacket they thawed a significant amount. So they were not frozen, but they were definitely not cooked. And he was just like pulling them out, like just like my son a little bit. Like, when does it stop? That was wild. I really liked that.
My favorite screenshot from the marathon is Bluey showing off his tattoos from Rosie on his arm, and then Brooks just in the background with like 3 corn
Yeah, like a
dogs.
stack, just nonchalantly holding
like
3.
so happy.
The Trump Tower of corn dogs.
China. Jiggy.
Yeah, wow. Wait, what?
Go, talk about your favorite moment.
Yeah, no, wait, China, Jiggy? What?
China. And that now Jiggles Mackenzie. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So not to sound full of myself, because honestly, it's not because of me. But it was late night with Jiggy. Not because of me. Actually, I've said this a billion times. It's not because of me. I barely did anything. I just made it happen.
Say your answer, boy.
It's late night with Jiggy because of how everyone literally, like, I went to people and I was just like, hey, do you want to do the thing? And then they were like, yeah, let's do the thing. And it just felt really good because everyone wanted to help and it was nice. That was it. I had a lot of fun with that.
All right, give us the next question, Jiggy.
Next question is from Mask Salesman 30. Asks, MC Gamer, what was it that made you decide to pursue Zeldathon full time? I'm gonna say it like that.
Why did I decide to pursue Zeldathon full time? Because it's like, one, it's already taking up like the majority of my life planning it. Because like the bigger Zeldathon gets, it turns out the more planning it requires. And I don't know, I just like doing charity gaming marathons. Like, so I like making content like the Zeldathon show. Like, this is fun stuff. But like to be a full-time content creator, and Jackson can attest this, you need to have like a commitment and like the schedule and like the time to devote into this. And like sometimes, and this might not be as true, I'm sure it's true. But like you need to have like the drive. Like if you're going to be a Let's Player or a streamer or something, you have to be able to wake up and like on the groggiest, most difficult days where you are tired, you don't feel well, you have to be able to go come down to your computer, pop in a disc. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. On the last episode, we got the Goddess Pro. You got to be able to do that. And you don't just make one episode a day if you're on YouTube. You make like 10. So you have to do like 200 total minutes of recording, and then you have to sit there all day and edit it down and listen to yourself again. And if you're streaming, you have to do that for like 6-8 hours if you're going to want to really pull off this full-time thing. And
that's why I live stream, so I don't have to edit.
Yeah, I don't know. It, streaming is fun. It's a great hobby, and I love doing it. But honestly, I think I got to the point where it's like, man, it's just not me. Like I like to make big productions. I like to organize stuff like Zeldathon because I can sit here and develop this whole marathon and, go and do some cool stuff during it, make some content, do some streams. But at the end of the day, I like being able to be the one sitting behind the desk saying, you're on, and somebody else say, hey, welcome to Zeldathon. So we're back with
the director.
I like to direct. That's what I like doing.
And produce. Yeah.
And I feel like I do a pretty dang good job at it. And I'm only trying to get better. So, what I want to do full time is it feels like the good fit. It feels like everything else is just, it's a fun hobby, but when I try to make it full time, it becomes not as fun as when it's just, something I can do whenever I feel like it. Instead of having to be like, oh, wake up in the morning and get stressed that I have to go and play video games and talk over them. That's not fun. That's not fun. So,
I can't Let's Play. I can't do it. I actually get scared. Anybody who watches my stream knows I get kind of sad and depressed when people don't talk in my chat. It's really upsetting, and honestly, it's sad because there are some nights when I live stream and it's like, oh, chat's kind of dead today. Oh, people are just lurking, and I feel like I'm Let's Playing. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm playing Paper Mario now.
What's up, guys? You're playing Paper Mario Episode 7. We met Toad in the last episode.
Actually, tonight's
what's
episode
gonna happen
8,
now.
Jackson, get your lore correct.
Wacky hijinks.
All right, I think I've answered the question. We have a lot more to go, so let's keep it flowing, Jiggy.
I'm sorry. I want to make a quick aside.
Yeah,
Jiggy earlier said that he said 1 billion times that Late Night with Jiggy is not his favorite because he was in it. He said it 1 billion times. Now, if it takes Jiggy 2 seconds to say it was not his favorite because he was in it 1 billion times, it would take 63.5 years to say it 1 billion times.
Thank you, Jackson. Next question, Jiggy.
Jackson. So Link asks, how random pointless question. How do you guys feel about donation goal of covering Jiggy and Peanut Butter? I think Peanut Butter and Jiggy could pull off some nice rupees. Why?
Hey, we do Peanut Butter face. Like, I mean, if you like got like a white shirt and some shorts or something, like, could we just cover your entire body in peanut butter? Like, go out to the store and buy like.
Did you ask this, MC? Is Link?
I did not ask this.
MC totally asked.
But this is a good proposal for a goal.
Link is totally your alt account.
Help out with this.
Star, you want to cover Jiggy and Peanut Butter?
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll get a paint roller.
Jiggy, are you down? Can we do this?
Fine.
It's in.
Can I do Late Night with Jiggy covered in peanut butter?
You may not.
Down to your dungarees, boy.
Tyler Ree asks, what's your favorite Zelda game?
The Wind Waker HD, Star.
Twilight Princess.
Jackson.
Wind Waker.
No HD? All right.
Period. Full stop.
All right. Jiggy?
A Link to the Past release. not beta. So A Link Between Worlds.
Oh, I see. You're doing this thing where you're mean against Link to the Past despite it being one of the best Zelda games. All right, next.
I know, it's a great game,
Bagbot29 is asking us a question. That's right. I'm reading it just to move it along, Jiggy, before you complain at me. Bagbot says, MC, are you going to Pokéthon? Yes, I am. Also, I'm not answering the last part of your question, Bagbot. I will be at Pokéthon. Jiggy, are you going to be there?
Yes,
All
I
right.
will be there for the first 4 days.
Cool. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some crazy stuff. And from what I understand, we don't have a huge amount of attendees at Pokéthon, which it's great for me because that means I'm just going to sit on the couch for like hours and just talk about Harry Potter. It's going to be great.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I'm in.
All right, so Sanic asks, what Pokemon in Pokemon Go have you caught? A lot.
Caught so far?
Caught. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's go to the footage. We got Flareon. We got you can't see that. Raticate. You got Ondish. You got Drowsy, Venonat, Pidgeotto. I've been naming some of my Pokemon doing the autocorrect thing that a lot of people have been doing, where you take the Pokemon, you type in their name, and you choose whatever autocorrect chooses for it. For example, Pidgeotto is Pidgeotto. It's a fun time. And my favorite is my Charmander, who is named, and you're not gonna be able to see this at all, Chairmanship. So yes.
That's pretty good.
What do you got? What do you got, Jiggy? Because I know you're crazy about it.
I got a lot. I have a lot. That's it. I don't know. I think I have like 70 or 80 so far, because New York City's easy mode, like it's not even fair. I'm only level 10 though, or like 9.
Okay, I'm level 9.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, there you go.
Hey, yo,
yeah.
Well,
All right.
there you
So
have
MJ asks, did Zeldathon go as well as you wanted it to? I take it that's for MC.
I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys think, Jackson. What do you think about that? Like, was it worth the plane ticket? Was it worth the plane ticket for you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say so.
you had a fun time. Can I convince you to come back in the winter?
No, you don't have to convince me. You don't even have to convince me.
All right, we'll figure that out. What about you, Star? Now you got a much more expensive trip. Was it worth it for you? Did you have a good time?
It was okay, you know. No, I agree.
It was okay.
It was all right, I suppose. It was worth gracing you with the queenly. No, it was great. I had a lot of fun.
And Jiggy, before I answer, I guess.
It was great. I always love going to Zeldathon. I look forward to it every time. Just don't uninvite me, please.
I will not uninvite you this time. All right, so
thanks.
I got him. No, seriously, yeah. I think Zeldathon, it didn't go exactly how I thought it would go, but it went as well as I could have ever hoped. It ended up. It was a different marathon in that we had a lot less viewers and so a lot more donations total. And so the actual amount raised was the statistic that was lower than last marathon. Usually that's when we always go by. It's like, oh, we raised more than last marathon. But when you look at the actual other stats other than just amount raised, it's amazing to see how much Zeldathon was able to pull in, how much we were able to convince people to donate to the charity, how well we did with our gameplay. We were ahead of estimates a lot more like than last time. And just overall, like the marathon, the marathon was very fun, and we got a ton of improvements to make for next time. I got notebooks full of stuff, so yeah, we're doing well. Next question, my friend Jiggy.
Narvik asks, Starlet, when can I buy you your Coke?
Thank you, Jackson.
An excellent German accent by Jackson. I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Summer marathon.
A solid 7 out of 10.
Summer marathon. Because I'm poor and can't make it to winter.
Oh, so you come back to next summer?
I'm hoping so, yeah.
Are you gonna do every summer type of thing?
That's what I'm aiming for, yeah. Winters, I don't know if I'm going to have a job, and if so, if I'm going to have time off. And
understandable.
So, summer, my friend.
All right, very good.
So that's a good idea. I couldn't read. A few months ago, Netflix released a form for people to request new shows/movies to add to all. What would be something that you would request for Netflix to add? That's a cool question.
Something that's not on Netflix that should be. I'd say like stuff like Game of Thrones, which is like like lockdown HBO stuff, or if you want to get on Amazon, it's like $50 an episode.
Is it really?
No, it's not that expensive. I'm exaggerating, but it's expensive, and it's one of those things. Like I have not experienced it yet, and I hear it's good, but no, I've not. Well, that's why I want it on Netflix, so I can watch it without having to like rip out an arm and a leg and hand it over to the Amazon gods, or have an HBO Go subscription.
Watch it, MC.
So something related, and I'm gonna go off topic here for a moment. A lot of people talk about how the Harry Potter movies they're fun movies and they're good for what they are, but a lot of people complain about their accuracy to the books and what they cut and stuff. And I was like, well, here's the ideal situation: you get Netflix to sponsor a series where you have 7 seasons, one for each book, and there's basically a chapter an episode. And like
that would be really cool.
Do it like just convert the book into a screenplay. You might have to jazz some things up a bit, but I don't know. Take every detail and really make it a thing. It's a easy sell when you say it like that, but there's a lot of logistical issues, and there's a lot of like hurdles. Like you'd have an entire the entire first episode would just be like the Dursleys doing nothing magical and Harry Potter barely being mentioned. So it's like, do you really want that? It's like, of course, Harry Potter fans will eat it up, and people will buy Netflix subscriptions for days. But that's what I personally would want.
Anyone in the chat want to fund that? Please speak up now.
I volunteer as tribute.
I think everybody it would get funded so easily.
I studied adaptation and screenplay writing.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's not star writing. You're already in the UK. Just go hit up JK. Joanne, is that her name? Joanna?
Joanne, yeah, Joanne.
Joanne Fabrics. Real quick on the Netflix question. I don't pay Netflix, so I don't know if these are on. So I'll give 2. One, first one is Black Dynamite. If Black Dynamite isn't on Netflix, it should be, and everyone should watch it immediately. And number 2 is only because I just saw it is There Will Be Blood. I don't know if it's on Netflix.
And a third would be Jerry Maguire.
You had me at hello.
I really want them to go back a long time ago, back to like 2006, when Steven Spielberg was writing Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, even though I don't want George Lucas to do it, were writing a live-action Star Wars television show. He's staring into my soul, MC.
Yes.
I would want. I know they're probably gonna do it, but I want some Star Wars on Netflix.
Yeah, work that deal out with Disney.
Well, I mean, they already. I think they do, don't they? Because Marvel's on Netflix, so they probably already have a deal.
Well, more working out the deal. Yeah. Star, do you have anything for what's the UK Netflix like?
Yeah, you stole mine with Game of Thrones, definitely. I'm actually
EastEnders and Fawlty Towers.
Hollyoaks. Do love a bit of Hollyoaks. No, definitely Game of Thrones. I'm up to date, but my mum's actually been watching it, and she's about a year behind because she waits for the library to get it in, and then she's obviously like dozens of people behind on the waiting list to get it from the library.
Oh, they have a waiting list at the library for Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And she keeps getting spoiled for it. She keeps seeing things and be like, Penny, I saw that this happens. I'm just like, oh, no, don't. No, it's not true. None of it's true, I swear.
Penny,
even though it's all
daughter.
true.
That's not true. That's impossible.
My lovely daughter.
All right, what's our next question?
Exactly what she sounds like.
Penny watches Downton Abbey, right?
I actually do. I love Downton Abbey.
You're ruining the jokes.
a bit of Fry and Laurie, please. We saw some of that at the house.
Oh, there you go. A smart, sexy comedy.
It's a review of MC Gamer.
Description of my life. Yeah.
Thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that.
By Joe Libran, NBC.
Your new Twitter bio.
Jiggy, what's the next question? Where the heck are you?
The next question is Fart Garfunkel asks, Jackson, do you have any mustard in your fridge?
No, next.
Okay, the next question. Next question is Leelite asks, what Pokemon is the closest to your personality?
Oh, I got this one. It's Leslie Nope. So there you go.
Oh boy.
No, it was Pokemon.
I know. I heard you, Leslie Nope. Next question. But no. Star. Do you have an answer for that? Do you have a Pokemon?
Squirtle.
You think you're a Squirtle?
Yeah, little, likes water, and I like water.
Oh God.
Jackson.
It likes water, honey. It needs water. It's like,
it needs. So do I.
It's like a turtle.
That's true. So.
Right. You are.
And Jackson's Jigglypuff. All right, we got that taken care of.
Next question.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Miss Caps Lock Stuck asks, "Hi everyone."
Uh-oh. Penny has been destroyed and has caused a temporal shift in the entirety of the stream layout. We will repair that soon. We'll continue with the question.
How broken are we?
Don't worry about it. Just read the question.
Okay. Miss Caps Lock asks, "Hi everyone. I was just wondering if the games during Zeldathon Classic will be classic. Example: Ocarina of Time N64 version, and not the 3DS version."
Yes, I'll be playing Wind Waker SD, not HD, and Twilight Princess will also be SD because that.
MC, can you quick spin or quick swim, fast swim?
Fast swim.
Super swim is the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was one of them.
Speedy swim.
Sanic swim.
All right. I apologize on behalf of the entirety of the internet. I'm gonna do some dirty editing here to fix our stream layout. I hope you're all cool with that, so you can all experience this properly. There, now you can see Jackson. Jiggy is out of here.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Jiggy, just move more to your left again.
Okay, give me a minute.
Okay.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, you're fine. Read the next question, Jiggy.
Okay, Bell asks, what's your take on the simulcasting? Simulcasting, like GDQ, Zeldathon in multiple languages. Didn't we ask? I feel like I've heard this question on the show like 5 times.
No, we talked about this last week, and the big thing is it's a lot of logistics. I would be interested in it, but it's also a big undertaking for the people who would have to run that. It's GDQ and Zeldathon are very different in that GDQ is about commentated runs of with certain notes and things that need to be said for every run, while Zeldathon is more like people running around and screaming into microphones. So I don't think the translation team would have to be quite insane to really make that a thing. But
plus that would split our audiences, and
yeah, well, it all goes to charity. I care less about the viewer count. I care about how much is being going towards the charity.
Okay.
But yeah, no. It's something that we can hope to have one day, but it's not something that's on my. Oh, Windows 10 struck star. There was a computer update.
Bother.
We'll be right back. That's all right.
Nice. Windows 10.
We'll hold your spot with the left side of Jackson's face. So I want to move on to the next question, though.
All right. 123 RHM asks, if you could make another gaming marathon for charity, what game would it be?
I don't know, man. Like Mario. I mean,
Mario marathon.
Donkey Kong is also up there. I'd be down for some Donkey Kong Country, man. Donkey Kong.
What
Country
about the Mother's Day marathon, MC?
Oh yeah, we did the Mother Minithon back in the old days, and that went very well. Nintendo Capri Sun joined us live on air. He donates a ton to Zeldathon, and he's this guy. So I want to talk. I'm veering off the police, so sorry. Screw it. During MagFest, first one I went to, I knew that Nintendo Capri Sun Tim would be there, and I wanted to say hi because I've always loved his channel and stuff. And so I encountered him at the most late night like event that there was, and I went up to him, and I don't think he was just wanting to go back to his room, and I feel really bad because like I could tell he was in just one of those moods. He's like, I want to go home. We're gonna have some Zambo advertising here. But yeah, no, he said hello to me, but we didn't have a conversation. And now that I've seen him donate so many times to Zeldathon, I feel like I want to be like, hey, I'm the Zeldathon guy. Can we have a chat? Something more than just a passing hello and a good to meet you, because it was kind of underwhelming. Yeah. Why am I the only one perfect? Unfortunately, Star has had a computer update kill her connection, so she will be back with us.
She's had a rather unfortunate
Should I
accident.
skip this next question then, SuperMCGamer?
Yeah, we'll save that question for right now. So
okay. Valor Needs to Chill asks, how many people are expecting or excited? Expected for Zeldathon Classic, roughly?
I don't know. Probably max 30. I would say. Like it's going to be a local area. People who like are in the Ohio area, maybe east side of Pennsylvania if they're so interested. But it's going to be something like if you can drive to us within 5-6 hours, that's probably going to be our limit. Like we're not going to like specifically exclude anybody, but if it starts to get crazy, and I'm going to be like, all right, guys, well, I'm going to say you. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to have to be that guy where if somebody's like, "Hey, I'm going to fly over from California or something," I'm gonna be like, "No, save your money, stay there. We're going to handle it here. Let's not throw a bunch of money at Classic. It's supposed to be a fun, quick 72-hour event, quick 3-day event. But just save your money. Come to Marathon 18." So
I will not be there.
I think it should be said about how gracious MC is about like letting people in. I'd say like if it was me, like MC's very gracious. Like, oh, if people want to come, they can come. Like if it was me, I'd be like a dictator. I'd be like, at this small event, we're gonna have maximum like 10 people. Person number 11 can stay home and suck eggs. Like, so I think people should understand, if they don't already, how sort of open-armed SuperMCGamer is about his operation here.
Especially because it's going to be something held in my house, probably.
Even more so.
Yeah, you've been in this house, Jackson. You've been in a Zeldathon in this house, and you know what a Zeldathon in this house is like.
Do you know how many bathrooms are in Hat House? The number of bathrooms in Hat House is the same number of Zambos I have in my hand.
One.
It's like Pokéthon. That's what I keep hearing. So
there's two bathrooms in the Pokéthon house. Shut your mouth.
You're right. You're right. What was I gonna say?
Pokéthon is like luxury compared to Hat House.
Fall's extremely exciting though for Zeldathon stuff, right? We got TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And then we got Classic, and then we have 18.
18 coming in winter, and I'm really excited. Hopefully we can figure some stuff out soon for everybody. So a lot of people, the TwitchCon schedule, I forgot to mention this, the TwitchCon schedule did come out, and we are like the first event on the schedule, literally. The Zeldathon Charity Gaming Marathons featuring Zeldathon panel is bright and early, apparently in the Bible Thump Theater. So,
at what time? Or what day?
I don't know. Do I look like a calendar to you? Look at the schedule. I don't know.
But that means I have to open the window, MC.
I'm not doing it. You can look it up yourself.
Wait, but will I be there though? That's
I don't know. I don't know. When are you going to be there? I don't care.
I
know I'm flying in on. I don't know what I'm doing. Is it Saturday at least?
I really want to see how Jiggy counsels these kids at the camp he works at. Camp counselor.
Don't
Scout
die.
Master.
That's what I do. Just don't
Scout
die.
Master Jiggy.
The 30th at 11:30 a.m. Jiggy.
The 30th? Okay, great. I'll be there.
All right. So why don't we move on?
Next question.
All right. So you're free to move on. We got, apparently the rest of these questions are pretty quick and easy. So let's keep going.
All right. Wait. I'm reading the red text of evil.
Jiggy, let's move on. Go to number 20.
Okay. Leelight asks, out of all of the Zelda stuff made by fans, what is your favorite out of the ones you've encountered?
Zelda stuff? That's very general. I'd have to say probably one of the musical compositions that Jackson has on the tip of his tongue.
The photo edits from Zeldathon Relief of me. The pictures people tweeted of me, like doing the water bottle.
Is that Zelda really? I guess it's Zeldathon, so yeah, I'll count it.
I mean, whatever.
I've seen some pretty cool cosplays. There have been some pretty cool cosplays.
There's at MagFest there was some insane cosplays. It was really crazy because I didn't cosplay until like the last day, where I went around as Ravia with Great Link LP and Blue Hilda IRL, and it was crazy. We had tons of people start coming up to us. Because we were in cosplay, that were also cosplaying, and it was like, oh, you're such a good Ravio, and I'm like, wow, thanks, man.
Yeah, no, I New York Comic Con during the Awesome video, there's some really cool cosplays. That Ganondorf, the one with the eyebrows, you remember that?
Oh, the big eyebrows, yeah, the one on Forever.
He was the Hyrule Warriors one. I'm remembering Gavadolf.
Oh, Ganondorf. Yeah.
Gavadolf. Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask.
The best part was the same guy. It was the same.
He's my hero.
He had no idea.
All right. I guess for me, I just really love the music that comes out of the entire Zelda universe. Like the Zelda Symphony, while it was an official production, all the music was like Chad. He wasn't like strictly a a guy for hire. He's a huge fan of Zelda, and he was honored to get to write a lot of that music. And some of the stuff that came out, Symphony of the Goddess is great. All the fans, the VGM cover community is insane with Zelda music because luckily Zelda's popular, so they pump it out like I have like 2 or 3 songs listened to on a weekly basis that are just like top tier. Okay, and you got OC Remix that's also giving them out, and they're always fun. So
Victor the Guitar Nerd asks favorite Mario game.
I don't know, Jackson.
Sunshine.
You got something for that?
I'm so sorry. Favorite Mario game?
Yeah.
Hold on. Mario teaches typing.
Didn't you have that out at some point, or was that somebody else who had that out during Zeldathon?
It was not. It wasn't me.
Oh, well, I'm sure you would have enjoyed that if we pulled that out for you.
I would have wrecked house.
I like Sunshine, and I'm currently doing TTYD Paper Mario, so that's pretty fun.
I like Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Those games are insane.
Amazing music.
Great sound. Yeah, great soundtracks. Just a great design. I don't know. It was something different for Mario, and it was something that now feels very Mario.
Do you like one better than the other, Galaxy 1 or 2, or are they on the equal footing?
I'd say Galaxy 2 is better for me.
Really? I like Galaxy 1 better because
Really?
of Homeworld. Really?
Welcome back, guys. We're here to talk about games with MC Gamer here.
I like Galaxy 2 better, and that is the focus of today's episode.
Offensive.
Gone sexual. Next question, please.
Frosty asked, if you were an RPG character, what class would you be? This is very important.
I think we talked about this, but go ahead.
I remember reading like an old fan made a class system for Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. It was made with Microsoft Word. It was a PDF from God knows where, and someone made a class called Swashbuckler. It was like a pirate.
Really?
I think I'd be a swashbuckler.
But,
would you play that song from Harry Potter?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh yeah, I play that one. Yeah.
Dude, that's great. I would be a mage just because I like magic. I always play wizard and mage in Bethesda games. So
yeah, I feel you on that one. I feel the mage. I don't know. I don't. If I was a warrior, I would not want to be out there with all this armor on. I'd want to be the guy in the back with just wearing robes for days. Just look at my spell. That'd be so much fun.
Chinese fireball. Ooh. Ooh. MC wants to be that guy.
No, I do not want to be Barty Crouch Senior.
That's my Barnabas Crouch Jr.
Barty Crouch.
So
Junior.
Next question, Alex asks, "What's your onion?" Oh wait, is there onion 7?
Jackson, that's for you. Oh wait, hold on. He has to put on his headphones again.
Yeah, wait.
Jackson, is there onion 7?
Next question.
Anonymous asks, I'm not going to answer that. Leelite asks, since Pokéthon is coming up, will Pokemon GO be involved?
I have no idea. It's
That's
Abra's production, yeah.
I mean, I know I've had a lot of fun capturing Pokemon GO, so it's easy to do. It's just a matter of I don't know how we'd integrate it. That'd be all Abra.
I'm hoping Star gets to show up for the end of the show because I know her Skype is booting up as we speak. So,
Brave Wolf 97 asks, "What's your favorite Zelda boss?"
Boss. Man, there's a lot of good bosses out there. Coloctos has some excellent music, which is not how I should be basing this question. But I don't know. I feel like the whole the Ganondorf sequence battle in Twilight Princess is great. How you go from starting the battle against Puppet Zelda, then you go into the big Ganon phase, into horseback, into the final sword to sword. It's a fun time.
So wait, are you basing it on gameplay or design? Because that's what I want to know. Because
both,
in my opinion,
I really experience.
The I don't know, I forget his name, MC. You're gonna have to fix me. The Dank Palace boss from both A Link Between Worlds and A Link to the Past.
The Helmasaur.
Yeah, is it Helmasaur?
I believe he's Rupee Helmasaur or something is his name.
But yeah, I love him because he goes into a shadow beast and I can one cycle him.
Oh,
wait,
this just
She's
in.
Back. She's back.
She's back.
I'm back. I'm sorry. Hello.
It's okay. Welcome back. How was your Windows 10 experience?
It's not Windows 10. It just decided to reboot and install updates, and then I tried to open Skype about 7 times, and it kept freezing. So
Maybe you should have just done it once. You could have gone to 7 or 8 Skypes, or just one. All right. Do we want to ask Star her question before we end off tonight?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
This is Creator Bob asks Starlet, if you were to run a game at Future Zeldathon, excluding the only one you have ever played, which would it be, and why?
The Wind Waker, because I feel like I've seen the most of it besides Twilight Princess, and it seems like a lot of fun, and my flag fell off, and something that it seems like a really fun game. I'm really interested. I really want to play it at some point. That's next on my list. To make it 2 Zelda games, double my Zelda game amount.
Very good. And on that note,
yeah.
the cream of the crop.
The cream will rise to the top.
And speaking
yeah.
of the cream of the crop, I'm going to pop up on the Patreon listing here, Jackson. Take a look at all these folks who contributed.
Where is it?
No, it's on screen. Don't worry about it. It's the whole list of folks who have supported the old Patreon page. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go through the whole listing, so take a look, folks.
Can I say the thing? I want to say a thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I never got to say this, and I really wanted to, and I think I said it maybe, but I finally get to say this. You pretend we said all the things. Also,
and Dinnerbone, Aikawa, Mojo,
and Yari.
There you go.
Yeah, shout outs to New Tim King Newton
Man King, yeah.
Yeah, he's the only one with that color.
Yeah, the only 4-month
he's a legend. He's a legend.
So thank you to everybody for continuing to support me doing Zeldathon full time. It's patreon.com/SuperMCGamer. Right now, pretty much that is my income, is Patreon. Patreon and Twitch subs. So if you want me to continue to be able to pay the rent, go and join up. It's a fun time, and we're gonna do some cool things. You get your name on this list, and we show it every week, so that's all cool.
Donate now.
You get to be on the same list as Yari.
Yeah, nice GameCube controller, Jiggy.
I'm wave dashing in Paper Mario because
I'm professional.
Yeah, it's white.
Thank you to our guests for joining us, Tom Cruise, everybody. Oh my God, this is very lewd. Put that away,
wait,
Jackson.
wait.
Jackson, put that away.
Whoa.
TOS.
This is not my pre-cams.
Don't show that tape on here.
Wait, that's not rewound. What are you talking about? That's not rewound.
That's all the way to the end.
No, that's all the way at the end. Yeah. That's all the way at the end.
Be kind, rewind.
I'm fairly sure the tape on the left is what you play.
You've broken his heart. Look at those eyes.
Jackson, am I wrong on this one? I've used VHS tapes a ton, so am I wrong?
Good show, MC.
Thank you very much, Jackson. Thanks, Jax, for being on. Thank you, Star, for joining us at such a late hour.
Thank you.
And thank you, Jiggy, as well, for taking time out. You are going to be streaming here right after the show, I hear.
Oh, I am. Yeah. No, I'm using XSplit, so I'm going to push the live button.
All right, twitch.tv/Jiggy11 to go watch his stream of Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. Jackson, where can they find you on the internet?
I do everything under my own name, Jackson, Parodi, Parodi, Jackson Alexander Parodi. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Zanga, I'm on LiveJournal. You know the rest.
And you do accordion covers, and you put out a very good video just yesterday about arrangements and how they are very a unique and powerful piece of music.
Thank you. I'll definitely do more of those too.
Yeah, that was it was one of those things. I was like, I did not expect it in my inbox, and I was happy. So
Thank you very much.
Go check out Jack's stuff. You want some good accordion and some think pieces on music. Yes, Star, where can they find you, and what do you do on the internet?
I do LPs and stream games and
vlogs.
video projects. I'm doing both right now and adapting To the Moon into a full-length film, which is quite a big task. So that's eating all my summer up.
Golly.
My branding's inconsistent, but generally it's Starlet Games or Starlet 20 anywhere.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You can go to your Twitter, and I'm sure they'll find links to everything for you there.
Yeah.
Yo.
Indeed.
As for me, folks, I will try to be getting in a stream here before the weekend. I might be doing some stuff here on Thursday and Friday, but I'll figure it out, my friends. In general, thanks again, everybody, for being on the show. Thanks, everybody at home, for watching. I'm going to get this up on YouTube for everybody who could not catch it live. Yeah, fun time. Thank you all. And on that note, peace out, everybody. What is this less than 3 that's all wrong? What is this?
It's a butt heart.
Oh, I understand.
But I don't want to be a butthot.
Thank you for watching.